Good afternoon to the 12 beautiful souls in the building. I am the future, bringing you the future real time. As you can see, 0749, Monday, December 22nd. Ladies and gentlemen, on December the 18th, I made my VIP team aware what to do. I told them to win, you need to focus on my top 4 digits, which I promise. The first 2 big money patterns, fire, and triple dollar signs will manifest 1218 to 1225. I also guarantee that you would see these combinations debut in Tennessee. You can see it here in writing. It's the very last number you see. I make those happen first. And I put it in writing. In most cases, I can make it happen that day. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I do not practice this. I just know a little something about energy, frequency, and vibration. Ladies and gentlemen, every now and then I will show the fuck off, as you can see, right there in writing. To win, focus on my top 4 digits, which I promise the first 2 will manifest 1219 to 1227. I also guarantee you would see that number 1 motherfucking big money pattern right there in Tennessee. You see it for yourself in writing. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I can even meet my motherfucking deadline. I tell you when to start and I tell you when to fucking finish. Why? Because I know what's going to happen. And the reason why I know what's going to happen, because I put it in writing. If you're looking, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, even with the black sheep, look, I said they will manifest 1214 to 1222. Now, how would I know that? Ladies and gentlemen, I told you, in most cases, I can make it happen quickly. You see it for yourself. 1, 2, 3. That's just 3 that I felt like giving you. This probably be about 5 or 6 times that I provided that big money pattern and promised it and guaranteed it would drop today. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, 510, 15 motherfucking hours. I promised that I could manifest it. I put it in writing. I told you, in most cases, I don't practice this shit, but guess what? I can make it happen for you. Again and again and again, every single day, about 100 times a day. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you I like to show off every now and then and again. Number 1 motherfucking big money pattern. There ain't nobody doing this. At least when I go to go get this information, guess what? I'm the only one there. So I know ain't nobody doing this. This ain't no motherfucking rundown. This ain't no motherfucking flips and mirrors. Ladies and gentlemen, 060. Ladies and gentlemen, only motherfucking number on fire. 060. I told you, it's gonna happen just like I see it. Straight. I give you the date. I tell you you'll be great. I tell you we can do this together. Ladies and gentlemen, 0684. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise. I put it in writing. I said to win, what to do, you need to focus on my top 5 4 digits, which I promise the first 2. 1, 2. I said they will manifest. Notice I said they will manifest. This is not a maybe. This is not they might drop. This is not, oh, I think it's going to happen. No. I tell you, I put it in writing. In most cases, I'm a badass motherfucker. Guess what? I'm going to make it happen. Just like that. You see it for yourself. I'm putting it in writing. I'm not giving you no blue list, no purple list, no gold list. I ain't giving you a list number 3 and a list number 1 and a list number 2. I'm not giving you 100 motherfucking numbers. Honestly, I'm telling you exactly what to do. Again and again and again and again, you can see for yourself. Boom, boom, boom. Right there, I told you on 12/15, I saw this happen. I told you I could make this happen for you now. If I saw it happen, why can't I make it happen for you? I give you the dates that you can be great. I told you, we're not gamblers here. I am not a gambler, so that means that you're not a gambler. I do not promote gambling, nor am I an advocate of gambling. So, for those who come and watch my lives every day, I would appreciate it if you would just put in the chat from time to time that he's not a gambler. He's not teaching gambling. He does not promote gambling. He is not an advocate of gambling. This is investing. And this is better than investing in the stock market. And by the way, did you know that a few, more than a few, of your lottery books, your lottery almanacs, they have stocks and bonds on the first few pages? Open up one of those red devils. Open up one of those 3 wise men and tell me you don't see it. Oh, and by the way, I am so much, like 99.9% better than any of those books. I put my shit in writing and I tell you exactly what to do. You can see it for yourself. The very last number you see is a strategic motherfucking formula. I designed it to fuck up the matrix. So when they tell you that they're drawing random numbers, that's bullshit. They're not drawing random numbers. They're drawing the number that's going to pay out the least amount of motherfucking money. You know they got algorithms out there. I'm a whole algorithm my goddamn self. You can't see it? So again, when I tell you that I know what numbers will fall between what dates and you don't believe me, you're just a hater. And you can continue to hate because I'm still going to continue to be motherfucking great. You see it for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, what did they drop? 8864. I guaranteed the black sheep. 8864. I told you, I know what nobody else will be putting any money on. Straight. How do I know? It's in my motherfucking DNA. Your DNA will speak to you. I'm telling you the truth. But y'all don't hear me though. You can see it right there in writing. I told you. And I do have people who play every single number. They believe in me. They really, really believe in me. And this is the reason why. Straight. Black sheep, black sheep. The underdog will never let you down. Especially when I just told you they're going to pull numbers that hardly anybody is putting wagers on. Every time you go and place a wager on one of your pet numbers, one of your favorites, or just your rundown numbers, guess what? If you don't know that they are tackling every single combination, how in the fuck do you think that they cut off numbers? Try to play quad ones, try to play quad deuces, try to play quad zeros, and watch, you will get a message that we are no longer taking any wagers on that combination. So your best bet is to go one off. That's your best bet. One off, and also go into the future. When I mean by go into the future, do it for several drawings. It will have to take that wager if you're going into the future. It'll probably say it won't do it for today, but it'll give it to you for the next couple of days. And that way you're covered. And that way you won't have to be saying to yourself, if I had to follow my first mind, kind of stupid shit is that? I'm telling you the truth. There's a reason why they won't let me talk about this on a lot of the other platforms. 587, ladies and gentlemen, you see that? Only 1 hour. 1 hour guaranteed. You see it for yourself. Y'all see it. Same day, right there, 1 motherfucking hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll show off. Look at that right there. I had a vibe. 17 motherfucking hours. I promised you would see that combination. Ladies and gentlemen, 030. Ladies and gentlemen, 030. You see it for yourself. 23 motherfucking hours. I had a vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, very last motherfucking number you see. Right there. Confirmation from the future. You see it for yourself. Right there in writing. Ladies and gentlemen, 6135. Look at that right there. Number 1 motherfucking big money pattern. They even met the deadline. So, if you know how to go back to the deadline date would be today's date, and you just run those, guess what? This is what you come up with. That's what you come up with. Running the number one motherfucking big money pattern. I'm giving you the sauce. I'm giving you the sauce. I'm giving you the sauce. Now, take those ingredients and get this shit done. Look at this right here. 5, 4, 1, black sheep, black sheep. 5, 4, 1 from 12:18 to 12:25. I knew that nobody would be putting wagers on that particular combination. So, as you can see, I like to show off a little bit, and I promised that big money pattern would show up and show out between the dates 12:14 and 12:23. I gave it to you on 12:14. That lets you know how far into the future I was just doing my thing right there, right now, making it happen. And I'm making it happen just like you see it, real time. 948, 948. Look at it right there, ladies and gentlemen. 2 motherfucking hours. Black sheep, black sheep. They already knew. I knew that nobody would be placing wagers on the black sheep. So, again, I like to show off 23 motherfucking hours before it even decides to drop. Guess what? I knew that that big money pattern was going to show up and show out. Triple dollar signed it. Told you, look, everything's in writing right there. And here you go again. Guaranteed to manifest straight. I'm giving you everything you need to succeed. Right there, right now. To win, focus on my top 5 3 digits. They will manifest 12:16 to 12:24. I also guarantee specifically the number 3 big money pattern would manifest straight. And I told you, in most cases, guess what? I don't practice this shit, but I can make it happen. I'm making it happen every single motherfucking day. Yo, see it for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, 7189, again and again and again and again. I'm one of the motherfuckers that can guarantee my shit. You see it for yourself. Look, on 12:17, I told you, look, to win, focus on my top 5 4 digits. You see it. I told you, they will manifest from 12:17 to 12:25. I also guarantee the number 3 big money pattern would make its move in Florida. 7981, boom, boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, 953, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I triple dollar signed it as proof that I knew you would win with 953. Today, I told you if you invested in it between the dates 12:17 to 12:25 in North Carolina, you would see it. I did this at 6:54 a.m. Around the clock, ladies and gentlemen, I am working my motherfucking ass off to make sure that you know that I can do this. When I tell you that I'm promising that this will happen, when I'm guaranteeing that this will happen, And then I put the extra on it and tell you, in most cases, if you thinking about not fucking doing it, I can make it happen. And you see for yourself, I can make it happen. Straight. So, again and again and again, when I tell you that a big money pattern is about to make its debut and you don't believe me, that means you don't receive me. That means that you can't get no gifts from the gifter. It's as simple as that. See, I'm telling you the truth. They say the truth is going to set you free. I can't tell you how many people that have bought cars from investing with me in one day. I can't tell you how many people who was able to secure loans or even buy a home or save their home from investing in big money patterns that I provided for them. I actually provide them every single day when I go live. So if you think you're ready to follow winning instructions, without further ado, you should already know what to do and go to dynamicpredictions.onrender.com. Get yourself a package, any package, and I will gift you 7 days. I've shown you how far I can see into the future. If you can't nail it within those 2 to 3 days, something is wrong with you. Because here's the real deal. Even though I'm giving you the dates that you'll see these numbers roll out, guess what? You can either pick one and roll with it to that date, or you can pick several of those number ones and invest in those for 2 to 3 drawings to 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 drawings right now would be evening, and then it would be midday and evening for those who have 2 drawings. For those who have several drawings like Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, that's a whole nother situation. But guess what? That's the situation that I'm trying to put you on game. You know what I'm saying? If you do Texas, Georgia, and Tennessee, you're going to win about 12 to 20 times every day. If you just do those. And you know, the other good thing about that is they're the first ones to drop. So you're getting paid right out the gate. What happens is a lot of people won't actually invest. They just run with one drawing, which is fine. I'm not knocking you for doing that, because I always tell you, stay within your budget. Because at some point, you won't be worried about a budget. Me, I don't worry about a budget. If I'm telling you, if I was going to invest in these numbers, here's what I would do. I'm running 935, 953. 850-764-754-860-895-477 and 711. That's what's guaranteed. That's what's promised. 4 digits, I'm running 8003-0083-9421. Those are promised. Guaranteed is 9420-9422. Promised, look at this, 7291. That is your top 5. Remember, to win, focus on my top 5 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you got your 9137. Fire. Look at that. Fire is promised. Then you got a black sheep, 5841. You got a black sheep, 2512. You got a black sheep, 1929. Then the very last motherfucking number you see, you know that's going to drop first. 6480. Now, how do we know that's going to drop first? How do we know that? I'll tell you how we know that. Let's go backwards, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go backwards. We're looking at big money patterns right now. See that right there? That right there tells you 8864. That's 0864. Look at that right there. That right there tells you that's a motherfucking big money pattern. That right there tells you, hey, we're not done yet. That right there tells you we're going to continue to make waves, do damage. I'm telling you, I'm reporting this like a weatherman would tell you what the weather's going to be. So, instead of being a meteorologist, I'm going to be your numerologist. But guess what? I'm not just giving you normal numerology. I am giving you the actual energy, frequency, and vibration of each and every combination. This is the only way that I can be this fucking accurate. You see that for yourself. So again, when I keep telling you that they have to put things in plain sight and you guys are not listening to me, you're not listening to me. So, I am going to take me a little small break. I got work to do on some, what is it? Powerball. I'm going to run them for about 3 to 4 drawings. And I still have to find them. A good idea would be to look at some of these Mega Million and Fantasy 5 that I've already done the groundwork on. And let me see. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm gonna have to break this video, sit down and look at what I actually had started, because I started something that was really going to be something totally different. Oh, there was a code. I did have a code to share with you. Let's see if I can find a piece of paper. And I'm going to tell you, just by what you see me accomplishing, you should believe in these codes. That particular code, and you can look it up for yourself. Look it up for yourself. This particular code is 2. Two. 5. 5. 5. What you want to do is you want to write this down 3 times. I need you to go to a quiet place. And when I say a quiet place, it has to be quiet like you hear my background. And your intention is for you to manifest quickly using that particular code. Now, here's the key. Whatever you're trying to manifest, you're going to have to visualize it. You're going to have to feel it as you're visualizing it. Once those 2 things begin to happen, that's when you know that that code is actually transitioning. Because what happens is you at that particular point, and only at that point, that's when you can make the statement that you have activated that code. It has to be the intention. You have to visualize it to the point that you feel it. You have to already know it. So again, like I told you before, this here is about 10, 15 years of mantras. Ladies and gentlemen, I won a $1 million seat. I still have the letter. $1 million seat. They paid for my wardrobe. They paid for my flight, my hotel, my meals. This right here is the key. As you can see, I have codes right next to each and every mantra. You see, I got the lottery sold up. So if I got the lottery sold up, you know I got all my financials sold up. There isn't anything that I need on this plane of existence. All I need is for people to listen. Once people begin to listen, that's when things start really changing. Oh, and by the way, that particular code right there, this changed my reality over and over and over again. Like I said, if I doubted that what I was doing wouldn't work, it wouldn't work. So I provide this, even though when I do provide it, I'm thinking to myself that how many people are really, really taking this in? How many people are really absorbing it? How many people are really, really wanting to win? Because that's the whole key to what you see me doing. The number one, top 5, triple dollar signs, and fire. That is your portfolio. You build a portfolio and use that formula going into the future, you will have created a momentum of income that would be, it would make residual income look petty. It really would. Because again, like I said, you can start off with a quarter, investing just a quarter. And every time you get that return on your investment, move up 1 penny. Move up 1 penny, you'll see a huge difference, especially in all the times when you heard me say straight. Guess what? That's when you just did something great because you increased your return on your investment by increasing it 1 penny, 2 penny, 3 penny, 4. And again and again and again, this will happen multiple times each day. I show you this every single day and without fail. So again, I'm going to see everybody at the winner's table, right? And that's no matter what. So I got to go and look for these Powerball numbers so I can go run those. I haven't been out the house in a few days. Let's see here. It'll be feeling good to stretch my legs a little bit. Okay. I'm going to see everybody at the winner's table. Abundant prosperity in health and in wealth to all who follow me and believe in the hard work that you see me accomplishing every single day.